A new series? Somebody has some words for the Degen? Let's find out who it is. You've probably seen it already. And let's see what Degen has to say about it. What is up, everybody? Chris with Degen. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I appreciate you being here. If you're not new, welcome back. You're going to see some familiar faces on this screen today. You're going to see mine twice. Lucky you. Maybe not lucky you. I don't know. You're going to get to see Chiro from Midmo Yo. You guys all know Chiro. And he made a video. If you haven't seen it yet, first link down below. I will put it down there for you. He made a video about a new series that he's going to be doing, Is This Strat Crap? Where he's reviewing strategies. Now, some strategy review in this one. He wanted to take some shots at me in this one as well. I know he's on Team Old Bay, but Degen rolls with the punches. All right, you forget that I'm a Philly boy. Rocky's always on my side. But without further ado, let's take a look at the video and my first thing here, right? The video sponsor. Now, what I'm going to say here is Chiro's video is like 30 minutes long. I have cut portions of the video, and that's what I'm going to react to. He asked me specific, pointed questions. I will answer those questions, and I will address some of the other comments he made. I'm not going to show you the entire video. It's just going to be portions of the video. So again, if you want to see his original video, down below, go check it out. Without further ado, let's get into the video. My favorite part, the video sponsor. This is a good one.
All right, so let's get to this, right? But first, let's hear from our sponsor. That's right. We got a sponsor for this show. So
I have a feeling I'm going to need this.
Patronize this sponsor as much as you can. He just paid me a shit ton of money.
Language, Chiro, language.
Go check him out. All right. Today's sponsor is going to be Old Bay CZ.
I hope you like the picture up there. You can clearly see Degen on top of Old Bay.
A bunch of money. Today's sponsor is for Old Bay Craps. You got to go check out his channel, guys. The guy's doing some awesome stuff. New, but he's even got more subs than me. You know, and it's awesome, man. I don't care if he's got more subs than me. I just think he's an awesome channel. I think he does an amazing job at the stuff that he does. He has a really smart brain, and he's a hard worker too. So if you haven't already, go check out Old Bay Craps. You're seeing his channel right now. That's his YouTube channel. All right, we're going to be...
All right, so my commentary will be put up there with my logo behind it. All right, so obviously you guys know Chiro, Old Bay, Craig, we're all good friends, right? So Chiro's channel is linked down below. Craig's channel is linked down below. Don't let that picture fool you, all right? I respect Craig. In the battle, we'll see what happens there. But this is not about that. This is about Chiro's video. So let's get into that. All right, let's get into that.
We're going to be reviewing Chris from Dice Degen. Great friend of mine. He's been awesome. I met him way back in the day when I first started. I say that like it's been 20 years. It's been about a year. But got a chance to meet him then because he was new and I was new. And we talked a whole bunch, exchanged information, and we've been good friends ever since. Met him for the first time in Vegas, and man, that guy is a monster of a man. He's super tall, but a great guy, super knowledgeable in craps. Really like what he's been doing with dealing. He's really good at it. So I'm kind of excited. I seen this video a while, it was a while ago, I think when it first came out. He's got a special guest shooter, which is girlfriend Degen,
AKA Groupie.
And so this is going to be a lot of fun to watch and see what's going on. It is a dark strategy. It's the Third Eye. That's what we're going to be reviewing, is the Third Eye. So let's take a look at it. But first things first, Chris, what's going on with the walls? It's gray and white, or off-white. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it actually does look pretty cool. But I think it looks different because first off, there is a lot of space above your head. I think you would have done more justice bringing the camera in a lot closer to you. Also, I think overhead lighting would have been good because you have shadows on the wall, especially on the white side. Guys, I'm not a pro, right? I'm just seeing.
All right, so let's address that real quick. First of all, he doesn't like the wall. Well, Chiro, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. It's called an accent wall. All right, so in the room that I was filming that in, there are 4 walls, as there are in many, many rooms. An accent wall, okay, is a wall that is painted a different color than the other 3. It adds to the ambiance of the room. It adds a little more complexity to the room. If you don't know what those are, I'll be happy to share my brother's contact info with you. He's a designer, okay? Accent walls are a major key in many, many houses. Now, you may not agree with me. You may think it looks weird that I have one wall, one color, one wall, the other color. That's fine. Secondly, about my camera and how my head was down on the bottom. Well, if I had a fedora on my head, maybe it would be a little bit more symmetrical. Maybe. Oh, wait. Sideshow has most of your fedoras. I know you have the one on in this video. I'd ask you to loan me one that I could put it on my head so it would make it a little bit more proportional, but you only have the one. And downlighting, yeah, I mean, it's a corner of a room. I don't know many places that have lights in the corner. I could add lights, yes. But it is what it is. I wonder if you have a comment about this video since I am, again, in a corner with walls. But these are the same color wall, okay? These are the same color, these two. So maybe there won't be an issue with it. And I picked this wall specifically because of that. You might have a problem with the shadow behind me. Again, maybe I got to add more lighting in here. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, let's see what else Chiro has to say.
All right, hey. So I've wondered this in the past before, Chris. You've had this opening to your videos for a long time. 3-1, 3-2. Is that a dice set that you use all the time? Do you really like that dice set, or was it just because the video and it looked good? Have you switched since you've made this video to a different dice set? So just some simple questions about that.
Those are certainly valid questions. All right, the 3-1-3-2 is the set that I use on the come out. All right, you guys know I roll a lot of horns and a lot of 7s on the come out rolls. That is the set that I use for that particular roll. I do not use it on any other rolls other than the come out rolls. As you guys have known recently, if you've been watching some of my videos, I've been throwing the Black Hawk Chopper Toss, which is a play on Cashier Cage's chopper toss. It's a play on John's chopper toss. I have a little tweak to it. That's why the Black Hawk portion of it. But that's what I throw more often than not now. Now, I do throw par occasionally. If I am dialed in, I will throw it. But I have been liking that spinning stack toss as of late. But the 3-1-3-2 is what I use on the come out every single time. Hope that helps.
Wonder how long it took for you to hit
What
those
is
chips.
up, my Degens?
All right, let me address that real quick. How long it took me to hit those chips? First try. Landing zone.
Chris, the Dice Degen here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you coming back. If you wouldn't mind taking a quick second to drop a like on the video, comment down below, subscribe if you're not
Look at the
subscribed.
production
all that
level
good
he's
stuff
got.
helps push the video.
Great job, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so
I appreciate it. Thank you for those comments, Chiro. You know, sometimes the production, you just got to put it in. Production is key sometimes. All of the time, really.
So, you guys don't miss me. Again, I will miss you, but you will not miss me. You'll get to see my mug all over your screens.
Okay, let's talk about your mug for a minute here. Well, first things first. The pictures. What are they, Chris? is it a ship? It's kind of hard to see. Are they significant in any way, or are they just wall decorations? They're pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty neat. But that right there at the window, I do not believe that that is giving or doing you any justice whatsoever. That light shining in is making you dark, big time. You know, a light shining in your direction would work, but then you got to deal with that light shining in your face the whole damn time, which sucks. Some kind of a better cover for that window would probably help a little bit. But that's just something I'm noticing.
Very observant, Chira. You're very observant. Let's start with the pictures. All right, let's start with the pictures. The Degen dungeon, aka the parents' basement at the current moment, is Caribbean themed. There are pictures from all of our family trips we've taken. It basically looks like a Caribbean getaway in the basement. All right. The picture on the right-hand side, it's on my left in the video. You're right in this video. It is a boat. All right. It is actually a hand-stitched. It's not a painting. It's actually with like thread. It's a stitched artwork of a sailboat that we went on. The other picture is the same thing. It's hand-stitched of a picture that we took of a shoreline escape. All right, so it's from one of our vacations. We had somebody hand-stitch the paint. It's not a painting again. The hand-stitch the picture together. That's what's on that wall. That's what's on the other wall. Again, with the Caribbean theme behind me. That's why the curtains are the way they are. I will ask the builders of the house to readjust that window and move it because it's in my way. I'm going to ask them to do that for me. As for the lighting, yes, I have been playing with lighting a lot. I know that the lighting back there wasn't good. Depends on the time of day that I shoot. Usually I shoot and it's not too bad. In that one, I agree. It doesn't look great. But as for the light in front of me, I will put sunglasses on and I will beam a light right at myself with sunglasses on. Would you like that? That'll brighten up my face. It'll hide part of my face. Maybe you would like that. I don't know. I do not know.
Okay, before we get into the strategy, because I'm noticing you've got the betting right there on your screen. So it's $50
It's always there.
4 and 10. It's a $50 DP. Excuse me, I'm going to yawn. I apologize.
Do you find my video that boring?
And it's 3 $15 DC bets. Okay, that makes sense, and I kind of like that, and it seems to be easy to follow, which is good. Chris, I do have another critique. I know this is your practice, Rick. Two things I'm noticing. One, your chips right here. Do they cause you any issues? Have they ever fallen over? They're super, super, super close to your numbers and your box numbers right here. Have you ever had an issue with them falling over, or you stacking them and bumping into them or anything? Maybe over here would be a better spot, or even one of those racks that hold your chips vertically. That might be something you might be interested in, and it might even help you. I don't know if this has been an issue. I'm just wondering. But the second thing, these corner things that you have for your table, those are to hold the wall up, I'm presuming. The back wall and the side walls. This wall right here that your arms are over. You can see this thing right there. I'm assuming, and I think I'm correct, that they're there to hold these walls up. I don't know if you have them stapled together, screwed in, or whatever. They have, you know, like corner brackets that you could very easily do if this is screwed together, and these are wood, of course. These two corner things are causing a massive shadow on your table. Big, big time. There's one. This one's not horrible. You can still see what's going on here. This one right here, that's dark. That's like out in space, bud. So I don't know if that's ever been an issue. I'm just noticing it because, like, I'm doing a review of the video. Let me know, if those are there for structural purposes and you can't change it. I don't know. That might be the case. I don't know. But I was just wondering because that is giving a big shadow on your table there.
All right. So, as for the chips, they have fallen before. They've fallen in videos. They've fallen when I was live. It happens, right? I could move them. It's just more or less for quickness and simplicity's sake. All right? It's easy for me to grab the chips right there, do the payouts, take anything off the table that needs to go to the bank. Simplicity's sake. Yes, they do fall occasionally. It is what it is. As for the shadows on the table, I have a question for you, Chiro. Do you ever tell your wife that you assume you are right? Serious question. The corner pieces there have zero structural service whatsoever. They're only there, again, for an aesthetic. Same thing with the accent wall that you commented on in the beginning. Those are there just to make the table look a little bit prettier. All right. The braces that they make, yes, I'm aware that they make, L brackets. They make different kind of brackets. They make a lot of different things these days. It's pretty cool. There is actually a 4x4 in the corner there with a bracket behind it. Two brackets holding the two pieces together, right? So if your pieces are here, what's the easiest way to say it? They're here, right? There's a bracket in the middle, and then there's a 4x4 on top of that is routed out so the brackets fit in beautifully. The 4x4 is there for support with the brackets. Again, the corner pieces are there more for an aesthetic. They also cover up that 4x4 so you don't see it. And it helps to get a nice bend of the back wall. That's why I did that.
And let's say this one gets placed and it goes over the 4.
Look at how smooth he is with those chips, by the way.
Thank you.
I would probably have stumbled over the two chips right next to each other. I've got a lot to learn when it comes to dealing, guys. It is my downfall. Not necessarily, that's a horrible word. It's not a downfall, but it's an area that I really need to practice a lot more on. But Chris, super smooth with the chips, picking them up, dropping them, going exactly where they need to go. Love it, man. It looks good, it looks smooth.
At this point, obviously, we're hoping for a 7. We get paid down here. We get paid in our DC bets. If the DC bets get knocked, we're not going to come back and replace them. It's a max of 3 DC bets. If 4 or 10 becomes the point, right, what we would do, Greg and I, is we're going to drop odds on our don't pass. Now, you could debate whether you're dropping odds.
Okay. So if you lose one of your lay bets,
There's some critical thinking here. Let's pay attention.
Drop odds on your don't pass. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yep.
I'm not an odds player, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to look at this. Okay, so
Turn those wheels. Keep them turning.
if you do, no.
Mhm.
Okay, so because you would have lost 50. So I'm assuming you're gonna just put $100 down because the point would have been a 4 or 10, so you're gonna get half of that on the odds. All right, yeah. So okay, that makes sense. That's a good plan. The other thing, Chris, is I didn't know that this was a strategy that you and Greg came up with from 555. I will definitely give him kudos as well on the strategy and give him props. Didn't know that until I just now heard you say that, which is awesome. Greg's a great guy. I love the man. And so how much of this strategy was you and how much of this strategy was Greg? I'd love to know that. I mean, was this something that Greg was working on and then you came in and tweaked a couple of things? Or did you guys both come up with a strategy and it's 50-50 down the line? Just some back info would be great, buddy.
All right, Chiro, I'll provide you with that back info. First of all, I'm glad you figured out the reason why the odds are the way they are. Obviously, there's a method behind the madness. Okay, so with regards to your second question, Greg and I came up with this one together. Do you call it 50-50, 60-40? I guess it's up for debate as to, what you want to do. Obviously, the don't pass is in there. That's Greg's specialty. But him and I play regularly, and we play for hours at a time. All right? We, hop on the computers, set up the tables, get it all going, and we sit there, we chat, we develop new strategies, we tweak strategies. We do a lot of stuff. I don't post a lot of some of these tweaks we come up with. I don't even post half of them. All right? But in this one, if you actually think about it, it is almost an inverted Hedgeless Horseman from John. We keep the DP, but instead of the combats, we have don't combat. So it's a fully dark-sided Horseman, if you want to think about it in that nature. As for credit on the strategy, again, I would say 50-50 is probably about accurate, maybe 60-40-ish if you want to go that way. We were both working on something similar. I know Greg wanted to have the don't pass and then potentially come through with some DC bets. Cool. Kind of turns into like a 3-point Molly from the don't, a 3-point Dolly. At that time, I was really high on laying the 4 and the 10 to protect the don't pass. I don't do it as much anymore, but at the time I was. But I do like the strategy for that reason. And, we were rolling out some dark side. I was with the king of the dark side, so I was thinking, what can I do? And what could we do to just really maximize the power of the 7 when I'm rolling with Mr. Andre himself? So hopefully that helps you.
Degen will be on the dice today.
Girlfriend Degen.
I will be playing the strategy, dealing, and all that kind of stuff. Girlfriend Degen will be shooting. She will not be on camera shooting, but she will be shooting. All right, so
she's going to shoot better than you shoot.
And we're going to let her pick 2 of them, and she will shoot. All right, so she's going to wait 1 second, though, because I don't have my bet set. So $50 don't pass, $50 lay 4, and lay 10.
All right,
and,
let's go.
Girlfriend Degen.
Shooter.
Girlfriend Degen can shoot better than me. Well, that may be true at times. However, Chiro, I would bet a lot of money that she can shoot better than you. I do not have to go into the final battle of the Battle Royale. You know what? Why don't we just review it for everybody? Cut to the tape.
Perfect.
I'm wishing for the KitchenAid mixer right now.
Oh, KitchenAid. Yeah.
I'll take a yo, Chiro.
Anybody? Yeah. Here it goes.
Come on, baby.
Ouch. All right. Chiro telling me that girlfriend Degen's going to shoot better than me. I remember a come out 7 on an all-in roll. Yikes. Hopefully that does not haunt you too much. I like the clip personally, but hopefully it doesn't haunt you too much. Continue.
That looks like a 516. The mixer, the KitchenAid mixer, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, 110%. It's the KitchenAid mixer. Do not deny that. I've got it printed on my new felt. The 5-1 is the KitchenAid mixer.
All right, so it would also be helpful to have my roll tracker out, right? That'd be real helpful. Let's get that going. That's a 516.
Your production is so awesome, Chris. Look at this.
All right, so we're taking our...
Thank you for the compliment, Chiro. I appreciate it. The KitchenAid mixer. Well, KitchenAid mixer took you down. I know you're Italian, so the cooking should be good in that department, but, it is what it is. As you know, I was obviously Team Sideshow. Just is what it is. I'm going to call that one the 5-1 mixer from now on for my good buddy Chris at Sideshow Gamble. Also, real quick, everybody who's watching, please note, it's just occurring to me now. You're talking all about my lighting and stuff before. Look at the picture frame behind Chiro when he comes back on screen. Look at the glare, all right? You want to tell me to fix my lighting? That's fine. Please, for the love of God, that glare, I need sunglasses to take a look at it. Don't believe me? Take a look.
By all means, play it at a $10 table. That will be.
I wonder if this is a good bubble craps as well.
All right, here we go.
Sorry, I'm still adjusting my eyes from the glare. It does work on bubble craps, obviously. I said you could scale it from many different levels. Works well on bubble craps, works well however you want to play it. The only thing you have to be paying attention to is make sure that your lay bets would cover your don't pass, and make sure your don't pass would cover your don't come bets. You can play it on bubble craps at whatever level you would like to play it on bubble craps. You can play it at $1 level, $2, $3, whatever it is. Just make sure that your lay bets cover the DP and your DP covers your 3 DCs.
Nina.
549. Okay, Chris, I got a question. What's under your felt? When those dice are hitting, it's making a sound that doesn't sound like it's a very hard surface. That's my question. What's under that felt? Would love to know.
Good question. Under this felt is another piece of felt from the craft store. It somewhat mimics my local. It's close. It's not exact. However, I did include that in my build video, so I'll link that down below if you're interested in this one. And then also in my second build video, I actually made another table. The table, that table particularly has 2 different sides with 2 different surfaces underneath the felt. One is a vinyl surface. It's a much harder surface. The dice kind of die on it. On the opposite side is, again, felt. It's a little bit bouncier. I try to simulate a few different conditions. I can flip the table around and shoot on it so I can practice on both.
Nice.
I don't think I mentioned it, so forgive me. Any bet that gets paid in the DC, we're just going to take it and put it in our rack, all right? I'm not going to come through the DC again. We already consider that basically one settled DC bet.
So when you're in the DC and you get paid on it before it travels, you're not going to leave it. You're going to consider it's done its job. You're going to put everything in the rack. So, and that makes sense. I kind of like that. My question is, what if it loses? So when it's in the DC and it loses, are you pulling more money out of your rack and throwing it back up there? Or are you following the same rules as when it gets paid when it's in the DC? Would love to know that.
So we're just going to take that. We have our 2 here. We have our don't pass. And you all know what number we're hoping for right now. You all know.
I bet she...
All right, so to answer his question quickly, with the DC, I said in the beginning it's a max of 3 DC bets. A settled bet is considered a bet. If you win in the DC, you take it down, pull it back to your rack. If you lose, you don't replace it. All right. If you still have another DC bet to place of the 3 after you lose it, yes, you do replace it, but you don't pull more money out of the rack to place another DC bet. You're only placing 3 max.
What is she doing? Is she going to hit the 6?
Chiro's going to call this one, isn't he?
Looks like a hard 6.
Hard
All right, so
I love Chiro's laugh.
Off all of our points and take our money. If you have a girlfriend, significant other, you guys know how that works. Likes to take all your money, right? Yeah. All right, so
You better be careful, Chris.
What happens here?
You'll be sleeping cold.
She sniped me off my don't pass. Go figure, right? We're gonna come back for $50. Our lays.
All right, so Chiro got a kick out of girlfriend Degen sniping me. It happens. It does. It's really what it is. I do love Chiro's laugh, though. It kills me every single time. I just know he wasn't laughing after that all-in roll. Oof, yikes.
He's got all his bets right there.
314. She's just gonna snipe me off everything today. That's how it
There's
works.
the laugh again.
That's how it works. All right, so lay 4 obviously actually.
She just
Get
took you
knocked.
away. Okay, so now you're gonna
Coming
do
back
odds,
in
right?
direct for the 10, right?
He's
$100
getting it.
worth of odds going
$100.
on
That's
that
what I
floor.
thought. Okay.
DC bets are here. They're fine.
Gonna
And,
cover that loss that you just did.
see
That
how
makes
much
sense.
more my
All
money
right.
she can take. Let's see.
All right, Chris. Love your channel.
All right, so we're going to switch back to this screen now. So Chiro goes on to roll this out himself and test it if he actually likes the strategy or not. Go watch the video if you haven't again. It's the first link down below. Spoiler alert, he likes it. He said it's not crap. Yay for Degen and Greg. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, Chiro, it's an honor, sir, to be your first. The first person you decided to do one of these videos to. I liked it. I did. I thought it was funny. You're in the big boy pool now, right? You're in the deep end. Personally, I would have stayed in the kiddie pool end if you were going to take some shots. Maybe, start out with somebody else. Because Degen swims in the deep end. All right? So, all in good fun, though. You guys know I love Chiro. The banter's cool. It's great. Good work on the video overall. I like the concept. I'll text you on the side about maybe some tweaks and some changes that I would do. Just make it a little bit better. But overall, the concept is great. And looking forward to seeing some more of these. And again, guys, I appreciate every single one of you watching, even Chiro. He even said it. He watched it twice. That's fantastic. I wonder how many times he had to watch it in order to pull up the video and all that kind of stuff. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. It was fun. Just remember, though, if you're going to call out the Degen, make sure you come with the heavy-hitting punches. All right, because Degen, he doesn't pull back. All right, there's no jabs coming from Degen. Degen swings that right hook and night-night. Anyway, guys, just remember, everyone has a little Degen in them. And I will see you all very, very soon. Peace.